Okay, so what I'm going to talk about right now is walking a spiritual path. And lately, I've been doing my best to connect with my Creator and connect with my own spirit, and and I've been being having things revealed to me, learning things about myself that aren't always pretty. Um, what I'm being led to speak about is that when we draw near to our Creator, and a big part of that is being honest with ourselves and with Spirit, we begin to have things revealed to us about ourselves. And I'm having some things revealed to me that aren't necessarily all that great. These are areas where I need to improve on, need healing on, such as unforgiveness, bitterness, shame, undealt with anger, past pains, my own personal judgments about situations or people, or myself even. And what Spirit is speaking to me is that to remember that this is a spiritual path, and when you're on a path, there's no guarantee that it's going to be your path is going to be totally clear. There might be big stones in the way. There might be a tree that fell in the middle of the path that you have to figure out how to get around or climb over. And that's the same with our spiritual path, and these things aren't meant to deter us from continuing on the path. These things are vital and crucial to the path, because if we're not in a state of slight discomfort, then that probably means we're not growing. And so I've been feeling, a sort of spiritual conviction about certain, things that I have said in the past, or, attitudes I've had towards others, or towards self, or even towards Creator. And what I'm being spoken to about is that, spiritual conviction is very different than earthly conviction. When we think of conviction, we think jail. I've been convicted, I'm bad, I go to jail, or I have a punishment. Well, spiritual conviction is not that way. Spiritual conviction is a way for Spirit to speak to us on a personal level, and kind of gently nudge at our spirit and say, hey, this is something we might want to take a look at. And the good thing about spiritual conviction is that until I'm willing to address the situation and make changes, Spirit is going to continue to convict me until I recognize and acknowledge and make changes where I need to. So I would just encourage anybody that if you're on a spiritual path toward healing, and if you're trying to do what it takes to draw closer to your Creator, and if you're feeling uncomfortable in this, if you're feeling discouraged, then that's probably a good sign that you're on the right path. So check in with yourself, check in with Spirit, and remember, spiritual conviction is gentle. And remind yourself, there's no shame in God's love. There's no shame in Creator's love. All of this is for our benefit, so that we can treat ourselves and others with love and kindness and understanding.